Ladies and gentlemen of the Senate, today I rise to adjourn in the memory of Paul Gladfelty, a dear friend to so many of us in this Capitol. Paul passed away last month, leaving his footprints on the halls of this Capitol and creating a void in the hearts of so many who loved him. Many of us here on the Senate floor knew Paul personally. I had the privilege of calling him a dear friend. Paul was multifaceted with so many layers to him, and if you were lucky, you had the opportunity to see his incredible talents. You couldn't know Paul without recognizing his gift as an incredible artist. In my first meeting, I remember we bonded over painting techniques and how much we care about the arts. Paul was known for his incredible work ethic and his kind heart. He never failed to step up for a friend, although he would remind me, we're not friends, we're family. Paul was a dedicated leader and a highly respected figure in our Capitol community. He leaves behind a remarkable legacy of excellence, advocacy, mentorship, and integrity. When Paul gave you his word, he meant it. Paul was born near my district in Pasadena, California, and spent much of his childhood and adolescence in the San Gabriel Valley, which I represent. Paul went on to attend California State University, Fullerton, and later took a journey to Sacramento, searching for an internship, which led to a 4-decade career in California government relations. It was here in Sacramento that he met and fell in love with Candy, who would become his wife for 47 years. Paul worked for many years as an influential voice with the California's Manufacturers Association, and he also attended McGeorge School of Law at night, graduating in 1984 with his Juris Doctor degree, all the while carrying his 3-year little old daughter, Courtney, across the graduation stage. That same year, Paul established Gladfelty Government Relations, and a few years after that, Paul co-founded the Apex Group and welcomed his son, Brett, who is now carrying the torch and following in his dad's footsteps. Paul's work spanned a wide array of critical issues, including environmental quality, energy, healthcare, land use, insurance, labor law, and so much more. Paul was incredibly successful as both a family man and as a pillar of the Capitol community. He was a loving husband, father, and grandfather. One of the layers that we didn't often get to see here at the Capitol was Paul as a family man. I'm so honored to have experienced that side of him, most recently at the role of proud father and doting husband at his son's wedding. There was a sense of calm and chaos all at once. Calm in him knowing that he was leaving his son in good hands, passing the torch to someone equally kind, compassionate, and loving as Jael. And chaos because Paul enjoyed a good party. He partied that night like no other. He jumped on stage wearing dark shades. He looked like a rock star, dancing away with his new family and having the time of his life. That night, Paul came into focus for so many of us. His bond with his wife, Candy, and his understated free spirit. Paul's compassion was also unmatched. After my nephew, Chris, passed away a few months ago, Paul showed up at our family home with a tree for us to plant in Chris's honor. In that moment, he didn't offer words. He simply gave us something that would grow, something that would carry Chris's memory forward. It was such a simple yet profound gesture, one that captured his thoughtfulness, his kindness, and the way he always knew exactly how to lift up others when you needed it the most. That tree will forever be in our family, and so will he. Paul is survived by his wife, Candy, his daughter, Courtney, and her husband, Nick, his son, Brett, and his husband, Jael, his grandchildren, Bo and Dylan, his sister, Susan, brother-in-law Craig Mathis, and all of whom are here today in the gallery. Paul, your memory will live on forever in our hearts, especially all of those who knew you and loved you. And every time that lemon tree blossoms, I'll think of you, of your kindness, your generosity, and the way you made the world a better place simply by just being in it. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me in adjourning in the memory of Paul Gladfelty. Thank you.